Good morning and welcome to a day in my life vlog. This morning we are out taking a walk and it's really, well, we're hoping to get a good decent walk in before it gets too hot. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday and it was with the wound care doctor. And everything looked good. And she said that Micah was doing a great job patching me up and doing all the things. And that I should be healed up in about 2 weeks. Completely healed up in about 2 weeks. So I'm super excited about that. And so I am now going to be trying to work slowly on getting myself back into shape because I've been kind of just laying around not doing a whole heck of a lot of anything. So I need to get this work on getting this postpartum body back into shape. Now I did lose like 34 pounds because I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and I'm starting to to gain a lot of that back. So I don't really want to do that. So the best way, I want to keep it off, but in a healthy way. Like I lost it because I wasn't really eating, but I want to keep it off because I'm exercising. So that's what we're doing. Is taking a nice walk. But while I'm doing that, I wanted to tell you a funny story. When we got done with our doctor's appointment, we were like, hey, we have time. We're in Nashville. What do you want to do? Mike is like, we should go to the mall. I'm like, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go to the mall. Now, I have only ever been to just regular malls, with like mall stuff. And so I saw a mall and we went to it. I didn't know the mall at Green Hills in Nashville is a luxury mall. So we go to the mall and there's the first thing that I see, of course, Cheesecake Factory, which I actually have been wanting to try Cheesecake Factory. So I was really excited about that. Not realizing why there would be a Cheesecake Factory at a mall. So we went in and we tried the Cheesecake Factory and I had the mac and cheese burger. And it was 10 out of 10, amazing and delicious. Would recommend. We didn't actually have cheesecake because we were too full to spend the money we were just going to split a slice of cheesecake. But we were just too full to waste a delicious piece of cheesecake. It would have been wasted on us because we just weren't hungry for it. So we didn't actually have cheesecake. Maybe next time, if there's ever a next time. But we went into the mall and was like, oh my goodness, I've never been in a mall where there's like Gucci and Louis Vuitton and Lululemon and, oh my gosh, Chanel and all these stores that I'm like, I'm not going in there. I can't afford anything in there. I stepped foot in like one store because it had some cute clothes right at the front, and I stepped in to look at it and I was like, that's a cute sundress, just a cotton sundress, over $560. I don't know what the difference between that sundress is and any other cotton sundress, but I'm not paying $560. So I stopped at the door. We actually walked by the Louis Vuitton store, and of course my husband is going on about why would anybody want Louis Vuitton, like it has their name, why would you want a bag that has their initials, the company initials literally just all over it? Like, he was like, would you wear a bag that said Walmart, Walmart, Walmart? And I mean, I agree. But I guess the security guard maybe heard him complaining, or maybe it was just because we absolutely did not fit in there at all. But as soon as we stepped near the door, the security guard just got up and was headed, I don't know if he would have stopped us from going in or if we just looked like we were going to steal something. I don't know, but he didn't want us in there, I can tell you that. And so it was definitely a fun experience going into a mall with fancy stuff like that. I had no idea that even existed because I don't buy that kind of stuff. But so that was kind of fun. If you're in Nashville and you're not, if you're in Nashville and you're a country folk like us, that's not the mall for you. However, it might be kind of neat just to walk around and see how the other half lives. But anyways, I'm going to continue on my walk. I'm going to hope to walk for about an hour, and I have a stepometer, so we'll see how we do. All right, I walked for an hour and I did 2.43 miles. So, and that's with like an 11-pound weight. So I feel pretty good for my first walk, like actual exercise walk since my surgery. So, and I checked the mail and got medical bills. Everybody's favorite thing, especially when you spent 2 weeks in the hospital, but you have insurance and the insurance should be paying this now. So I don't know what's going on with that. But, yeah. I got medical bills. Fun! Alright, our next test of the day is today is my in-laws' anniversary. How long have they been married? 36 years or something. Anyway, but my mother-in-law told me that on her wedding day, she really wanted ironweed flowers as her bouquet. However, that did not happen. She ended up getting a lovely actual just, flower bouquet. But she wanted wildflowers. So as soon as she told me that, I was like, I know what I'm going to do for their anniversaries. I'm going to make her a bouquet of wildflowers. So that's what I'm about to go do. I have a vase, and we're going to go pick wildflowers. Over here's a beautiful batch of ironweed or ironflower. I don't know. They're really pretty. And my mother-in-law's favorite color is purple. So I'm going to pick a bunch of those and maybe some of this goldenrod, and I don't know. We'll see. But mostly those. All right, I got a bunch of ironweed flower things. I saw some really pretty white flowers out in the other field. I ran out of breath for a minute. Anyway, there's some pretty white flowers out in that field over there, so I'm going to go see if I can get some of those. Here we are. These little white flowers I thought were so pretty, and they would look good in her bouquet. And maybe I'll grab these while we're here. And these are really pretty too. I don't know if they would go good with them or not. I think just the white and the purple, I think. Absolutely beautiful bouquet of wildflowers. So pretty. I'll take that to my mother-in-law. She's gonna love it. She's going to love it. I love it. I think it's so pretty. I should make bouquets more often. They're so pretty. Oh my goodness. Traversing with a baby is a whole nother thing. I'm going over to my in-laws to help grind up some pork. And it's an event to get the baby and her stuff and everything. And yeah, I can't just run over there anymore. But we're on our way. Woohoo! Do you have a better way to transport flowers in a vase? I think it works. I'm only going like a mile. It ought to be okay. When I got there, she had already taken all the meat off the bones, so I didn't have to do that. This is all of the pork. What it was we had some hams from our last couple of butchers, and we just weren't making hams out of them, so we needed to get them cut up. So since she had already got it all deboned, all I needed to do was the grinding part. So that's what I did. We did just regular pork, and then we also did some Italian sausage. Ended up with 10 pounds of Italian sausage and 14 pounds of just ground pork. poopy baby. I started using cloth diapers today. The struggle is real. Yeah. I always wanted to use the cloth diapers. Hang on. I always wanted to use cloth diapers, but being in the hospital, we just couldn't do that. But now, and also her butt was kind of small to try and get them on. But now she's big enough to do the cloth diapers, which is good because I have like 200 of them. So anyway, I've been cleaning the diapers from the day we had an immediate blowout. Immediately, like I put the diaper on and then she pooped in it, and I had to change it. And then we had another blowout. We're struggling with trying to figure out how to keep the poop from coming out the diaper. It's a skill, apparently. It's a skill. We're working on it. But anyway, I gotta go hang out the wet diapers. You wanna go outside? Hang up some diapers? No? You just sad? Or are you just sad?
When Micah got home, we needed to run to town because the starter on his truck was going out, and so we needed to go to town and get a starter and pick up a few groceries and stuff. I didn't film anything else, but we stopped at Tractor Supply to get a hitch, and while I was there, I saw this piggy, and I had to film it. So, thank you guys for watching, and enjoy this really creepy pig from Tractor Supply.